Let's hear it for the greatest political institution in this hemisphere. And tonight, I stand before you as a proud representative of the constituency, the garrison constituency of St. John City West. My dear people, tonight we got the results of several polls that were done within the last few days. And I want to tell you that the Antigua Labour Party is leading. Comrades, we are going to win the next general elections. Labour is going to win the next general elections. Because at the end of the day, the people understand that the Antigua Labour Party is the only institution that can restore prosperity to this country. My dear comrades, the news that we got this evening came from a firm by the name of Penn & Shorin out of Washington, D.C. And in this constituency, the good news is we are leading Papa Lazy. Comrades, we are leading him 67 to 33%. Tonight, I feel humbled by the support the people of Point and Villa have pledged to me. I can tell you that in my voter database, I already have 2/3 of the constituency pledging their support for me. And I know that the people of this constituency loves me. And I want to say to you that I appreciate the love and care that you have demonstrated over the years. I appreciate the fact that you have voted for me twice before. And I appreciate the fact that you will vote for me again and make me the representative at the next general elections. My dear comrades, the people of Point and Villa invested in my development, and it is your support that has resulted in the exponential growth, the meteoric rise that I've enjoyed in politics in this country. And I want to say here, your first 2 terms voting for me was an investment. And when we win the next general elections, I will make sure that the people of Point and Villa reap immense benefits from that investment. And I want to tell you, my dear people, I am not running because I'm looking for money. I am not running because I'm seeking a pension. I am not running because I want the status of being a minister or being a member of parliament. Comrades, the reality is today, I make $6,000 a month as a representative. The last time I made that kind of money was back in 1990. But guess what? I enjoy doing it with pride, because I know that having made the sacrifice, that when we win the next general elections, that I will be in a position to empower you. And I will spare no effort to empower Antiguans and Barbudans, especially the people of Point and Villa. And I want to say to you that you've not only been kind in supporting me by voting for me, but I grew up in this community in abject poverty. And many of you helped me as a youth. And I know a sense of gratitude, and that is a conviction. That is what is driving the commitment to serve you and to deliver. My dear comrades, I grew up in this community in a single parent home. I grew up in a home without water, without electricity. In fact, the house did not even have windows. I grew up in this constituency with a home without toilet facilities. I grew up in this constituency with a home that had no electricity, not even a chair to sit on. I grew up in a home in this constituency which at times had absolutely no food. And it is the people of this constituency who helped me. Many individuals in this community gave me a meal when my mother could not provide for us. And I want to say here that at about age 9, my mom became mentally ill in this constituency and could not provide for children. And if it wasn't for the support of the people of this constituency, I would have been in dire trouble. I probably would have been in jail. I probably would have been in jail in the sense that I would have ended up stealing in order to survive. But you were kind to me, and I really appreciate it. And I want you to know that I have a conviction. Comrades, I have a commitment to make sure that I deliver. So I'm not doing this for self-aggrandizement. I want to give back to you, my dear comrades. And I will. And I want to say here tonight, you know they keep calling me crazy. But guess what? When they call me crazy, it is an attack on my sick mother. But she is here tonight. And I want you all to know that I'm proud of my mother.
Yes! Yes!
My dear comrades, you know, I feel a little weepy about this. Because at the end of the day, I have more respect for my insane mother, as they call her, than my father, who's supposed to be sane. Because at the end of the day, she worked and provided for us. She sent us to school. She made sure that every single one of her kids got a secondary education. And I want to say to you, Patricia Rose Richards, Gaston Browne is proud of you.
Yes.
My dear comrades, tonight I want to let you know the vision of the Antigua Labour Party for this country. We have a vision of making Antigua and Barbuda the envy of every single country in the Caribbean. We have a vision to transform this country into the economic tiger of the Caribbean. We have a vision, my dear people, to turn Antigua and Barbuda into the tourism and financial center of the Caribbean. Because we want to make sure that this country is economically successful so that we can improve your living standards. We know that many of you are suffering today. We know that many of you have endured 4 3/4 years of suffering. But comrades, Labour is going to end that pain. We are going to end that pain, my dear comrades. And what you're doing here today, what you're doing here by coming out in your thousands to these rallies is very important. Because we have to show strength. We cannot afford to show any weakness. We have to let the UPP and those who support them know that the Antigua Labour Party is a strong institution and that we will restore prosperity to this country. My dear people, when we win the next round of elections, we will ensure that Mount St. John becomes fully operational within 90 days of winning the next round of elections. Let's hear it for Labour, man. My dear comrades, within our next term in office, we will ensure that the University of Antigua and Barbuda is established. And I want to tell you, we have already engaged the services of an architect. And if you look at the screens, you will see the drawings. We have already done the renditions for the University of Antigua and Barbuda, because we are serious about the empowerment of the people of this country, especially our youths. My dear comrades, when we win the next general elections, we will bring more investments to this country because we are better connected. We have more connections than those in the UPP. We will bring more billionaires to this country to invest, to create additional hotel rooms in this country, to create more jobs and better paying jobs for the people of this country. When we win the next general elections, we will create St. John's Docklands right here at the waterfront in this constituency. My dear comrades, we will create a duty-free zone stretching from the fisheries at Pine Wharf over to Heritage Street. We will build more shops. We will encourage the establishment of factory stores so that you could buy retail at wholesale prices. We will make sure that Antigua and Barbuda becomes the trading capital of the OECS. Rather than going to St. Martin, we will make sure that individuals in the OECS come right here to shop. My dear people, we have great plans for this country. Let's work for the great man.